Preparing, it says. Live info. Hey, Laura, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy Wednesday to everybody. I hope you enjoyed the last couple days here in the Chicago area. It was totally awesome. And now we're back to the 60s, but that's okay. We got a little taste of it, what the summer's going to be like. I am so excited. We have two amazing women on today. We have never had two people on that we have. Deb and I have been so excited about that. These women have so much energy. And with that, I'm going to send it over to you, Deb, so you can introduce them.
Sounds great. Well, I had the pleasure of meeting actually Cindy first, right? I think, and it was through a networking group that we have a mutual connection. And as I started to listen about what she was talking about, I started to investigate a little bit and watch and look them up on LinkedIn and see what their focus was. And I fell in love with everything that they're doing. I am just so excited about this because, as you know, we're getting older, as we are, we have family that's getting older. We have relatives, we have people that are our same age, we have people that are younger that actually have to adapt to what they're doing. Okay. And sometimes they're going to be challenged with their health. Sometimes they're going to need some help. And these women have so many different focuses that I won't even get into it because I don't want to leave something out. I don't want to I want to give them a very nice introduction and say that the passion that they have and what they're doing separately and together are just going to blow your mind. Okay. So what I want to say is that, both of them have high credentials in all different educations. They both have, health practitioner backgrounds with different focuses. And we're going to talk a little fast today because thankfully we were able to get them on today. They have multiple things to do today and they don't have a lot of time. So with that, I'm just going to turn it over to both you, Cindy, and Christina, and say thank you so much for taking time out and spending time to share with our audience what you ladies do and how you help others. Take it away.
Thank you very much for having us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
My name is Cindy. I am a physical therapist, and I have been in the field, home health realm, mostly for about 27, 28 years now.
And my name is Christine. I'm a speech therapist, and I have been mostly in the long-term care setting with the geriatric population. And Cindy and I started Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner in 2015. So what we do is we educate individuals and caregivers on ways to age in place safely and to stay at home safely and give care safely in home, wherever that may be, whether it's in an assisted living facility, independent living facility, apartment home. We give little tips and tricks and educate those to figure out how they can give care safely or care for themselves safely and continue to age in place. So Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner, like I said, we started in 2015 and we started out as a YouTube channel. So both Cindy and I were in home health at the time. And as we started going along, and I'm sure everybody can attest to this in their jobs, the computer took more space in our day. And being a home health therapist, we were going into people's homes and we were taking tablets and we were taking laptops, and we were not happy with the fact that our patients were having to look at the top of our head more and more. And as a speech therapist, communication is my jam. And so, I don't like having to look down and look away from people when I'm talking to them. I want to look them in the eye and the nonverbals and stuff. So we thought, we found ourselves saying kind of the same thing, educating on the same things over and over again. So we thought, would it be kind of neat if we could just put those on a video and keep the video short? And then we opened up a YouTube channel. We started a YouTube channel and we started putting them on there. And right now we have about just a little over 100 free videos out on our YouTube channel. And we started in around 2018, we started noticing we were getting a lot of traction on our YouTube videos and stuff. So we thought, you know what? Let's see if we can maybe make a go at this. So we hired somebody to design our website, and we hired somebody to design a platform to house our premium content, our paid for videos and stuff. So, and then in 2020, we decided to go, that's when we went live. And so then COVID happened. So we've kind of had a challenge over the past year trying to figure out what's because we're a new startup and what's because of COVID, because so for about the past 3 or 4 months, we've been trying to tease that out a little bit more, and we're getting there and stuff. But so now we have a premium content platform that has over 220 videos on it. So people always ask Cindy and I, what do we do for fun? We make videos. We're therapy nerds.
Yes.
And we love to educate people. We just want to help. And one of our taglines is that we are therapists by training and we are caregivers at heart. And we're on all the social media platforms, and we like talking to people, especially the seniors and stuff, and people that are disabled. And it just makes our day to be able to help people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, you know, our mission, you know, I had parents as teachers, and I kind of went that way. I thought maybe I was going to be a teacher. I didn't get to be a teacher, but I love physical therapy, but I love being an educator. And I think part of education in our healthcare system has gone this direction so much is people need education, because our healthcare system is not, we don't have the time to keep you in the hospital like we used to keep you in the skilled nursing like we used to. We have to educate people, we have to educate their family, and then we have to send them on their way. Yeah. And so, you know, we need some sources, we need some resources for these people, because a lot of this care is falling on our loved ones, our caregivers. So that is part of our mission is, you know, we need to be proactive. We need to be proactive in trying to, for example, if you know you're going to have a planned hospital stay, we want you to be proactive in, you know, taking a home safety checklist and check your home, check your toilet height, check your bed height, check your comfy chair height, so that when you come home or bring your loved one home from the hospital, they don't get stuck on the toilet because it's too low and they don't have a place to push off of, or they don't get stuck in their comfy chair. And these are things that I see frequently in home health. You know, I see things that would make your hair stand on end as far as what people are trying to do to adapt their situations, because number one, they weren't prepared, or they didn't know. They just didn't know. So that's us as far as us wanting to be proactive, preventive, giving those caregivers and those individuals education to, again, help them age in place, wherever that is, and help them stay safe in doing that. So that's kind of our mission. If I, you know, could educate from the top of a mountain every day, I would do it. If I could get the people to listen, that's what I would do.
Exactly.
So. Awesome. Well, I just want to say that, I mean, it's amazing. And it's amazing how you have this, like, you know, you both have such separated, you know, focuses originally, but when you put those two together, you cover so much. It's insane. So if I was a caregiver, what would I do? I'd say, wow, I just heard about what, you know, and I have multiple people that I need to care for, or I'm a family member that needs to bring home a family or take care of. Where do I start?
Right. Well, the first thing I want to say is our website, aecorner.com, is a resource of information. We have a lot of free stuff. We have, like Christina was saying, we have over 100 YouTube videos that are free on that site with access. We also have what we call a quick start guide, so that if you have like an unplanned hospital stay and you got to hurry up and get your house ready for your loved one, it's kind of focusing on those top 3 areas: the toilet height, the comfy chair height, and the bed height. And those videos are free on our website. Take a look at them. There's 5 of them. We go through how to correct those things and be ready for your individual or your loved one to come home. Besides that, we have a subscription page or a subscription offering on our website that goes into more of the, you know, again, additional 200 videos where we dive into a little bit more on the physical being a caregiver, as far as how do you transfer somebody? How much effort is that going to take? And if it's none or some or a lot, what does that look like? What's the difference in that?
What to expect?
So we have kind of a gamut of things. We've got information on if you're getting ready to have a total hip or total knee replacement, and going through some things to expect and what to do, and, you know, just so that you're prepared.
You know, with the hip and the knee series, that's actually part of our premium content, a part of our video library. And, you know, when you go to get a hip replacement or a knee or a joint replacement for that matter, you have to sit through that class, right? You have to take your caregiver or your spouse and go to that class and sit through that. and you can't, and then at the end when they say, does anybody have any questions? And you're like, well, I can't think of any. And then you go home and then you got like a million questions that you can think of and you want to ask. So
Right.
that's those 2 series that we've created kind of help answer those questions. That way, when you go home and you're like, oh, I wonder what I should have asked this, that all those in the videos in that series will help answer those questions.
Right.
So,
Right.
Amazing.
And if you've become a caregiver overnight,
yeah.
you know, that's another part of what our resource is about. One piece of advice I would give to caregivers, you know, I'm a professional caregiver. I certainly am not in the position right now that I have to be a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week caregiver. It's a tough job. It's a really tough
Yes,
job.
it is.
One of the things that I would tell you as a caregiver is make sure you're letting your loved one do as much as they can.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we mistake as a caregiver and think, oh, I've got to do everything. And that's actually not helping our loved ones. If they can do, we want them to do. We want to keep them safe, but we certainly want them to do what they can, because it helps us too,
That's
as
right.
caregivers. It keeps us safer when we don't have to do 100% of the lifting or whatever that task may be.
Yeah. Take care to care. That's what we always say.
Yep.
Take care of yourself so you can continue to care.
Right.
That's got to be huge, right? I have one more question, and I'm going to turn it to Laura, but I was going to say, so I'm in Chicagoland, Lori's in Chicagoland. You ladies are in the,
We're on the Illinois side of the Metro East area of St. Louis, Missouri. So
Yes.
Okay.
we can
Okay.
see into Missouri.
Okay. So if I say, boy, oh boy, I am a caregiver and I would really love to counsel with you, do you have like a program that you do where you go on Zoom or anything and you can actually kind of like help educate, or maybe even groups of people if people get people together?
Right.
We will do consultation. Absolutely.
Mhm.
If somebody has us, you know, oftentimes we have people they'll see a video and they're like, well, my situation is this or that.
Mhm.
If you reach out to us, if it's a quick thing, we'll try to send something back to you. But yes, contact us. We have a contact page on our website, and we will
Awesome.
certainly work out any situation. The only thing that we make sure that we ask people is to understand, if we are not physically in your presence, we can give you, some ideas,
Some general advice.
but we will always advise that if it's something that you really have a question about, that we recommend that you seek a local PT or OT, but we certainly will do a consultation to give some ideas.
We're on all the social media platforms, Debbie. And so what we get a lot of times is people will reach out to us, like YouTube. Facebook is always a good one too. People will reach out to us and ask, you know, here's my situation. And we love that. I mean, because if that's a question you have, I guarantee you there are other people that are seeing this content and they have that same question. So please interact. We love the engagement and stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Laura, I'm going to turn it to you because I want to see what
Yeah,
you
I'm jumping over here. You know me, I get things in my head. First of all, ladies, I want to say you're my heroes.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Someone that had spent 5 weeks in rehab and came home with a huge book of all the stuff that I did, that they work with. I had speech therapy, I had, physical therapy, everything.
Yeah.
So I went through the whole gamut. But I just amazed that you have these videos that people could look at. Because, that's the one thing I think when people come home from the rehab centers, like you were saying, they have so much in their head, even their caregivers.
Yes.
To be able to go and look at a video is so much better than going through those books and reading stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I opened my book twice since I got home, but I had to do everything, so I understand what you do. And like I said, you're my heroes. I think it's
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. Do you have referrals? Could you refer anybody to rehab, or anybody up in the Chicago area or anywhere in the United States that you know of, that like if somebody needed that kind of service in their area?
Yeah, we don't typically do that, just because it's such a vast area. I mean, you just in the United States alone, there are so many different resources. We always have you basically seek out your local, you know, therapy, whether that be outpatient, inpatient. There's typically rehabs associated with a lot of the hospitals. So that's kind of the direction we would.
You could also, a lot of areas too will have an area agency on aging. And they're
Yes.
a wonderful resource to reach
Wonderful.
out to, and they should be able to give you a whole list of resources for rehab facilities or rehab companies that could either come to your home or that you could go outpatient to.
Right.
So I
That's
would
a good
encourage you to
resource.
reach out to your area agency on aging.
Yeah, that's great. And I just think you having your, like I said, your YouTube page with all the different videos, I just think it's amazing. It's even for, I would think, like you said, people going in for procedures and they don't know what they're going to come out with. I know when I left my facility, you know, that I had to make sure I had the right toilet seat. I had the bars in the bathtub and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, things had to be at a certain level in the kitchen and, you know, so I mean, I think that's great because I think people do need to know.
Right.
So they know what to expect. And then they get back for reference. So I just want to say thank you, heroes.
We appreciate that very much.
Yeah. You know, Lori, that's an interesting point that you brought up too. We on our YouTube videos, so the product that we're actually using in the video, we're actually Amazon affiliates. So we get like fractions of a cent on it. But it's something that we believe in, that we've used, and we say these are certified therapists that are using these, and we would recommend that if you're at the very least, go and check out the specs on it first of all and see if it'll fit in your house. It might not fit, you're wasting your money. But then, you know, if it's something that you want to, that will fit and you want to purchase it because you think it will fit into your life as well, then click on the link. We try to provide those links below all of our videos too. Even in our premium content, we do the same thing. So
right. The other thing that we would suggest people kind of stay tuned to, and this is one of the things that we really love about what we do too, is we're starting to gradually have people, even independent entrepreneurs that are developing products, reach out to us and have us do product reviews. And that's how we absolutely love that. And there's so much stuff out there. There's, you know, if there's something that you can think about that you need an adaptation to, it is out there. It's out there somewhere, or someone's in the process of developing it or making it better. So we really enjoy that part of of the business of what we do is review products. We like helping lift up these small businesses as well. That's always fun. So we do a lot of product reviews. So we try to sometimes get stuff that on the as seen on TV products, just to check them out and see if they're really worth what they say they are. So
That's amazing. What's really amazing is that you have such a vast amount of things you do. It's, you know, like that you hit on, and you mentioned a lot of the aging process, and, you know, there's a lot of people too that have people with special needs that are younger, which you can also touch on with what you have, giving people pointers, giving them, you know, little simple things that the average person's not going to think of because you've thought it through. You have the experience now, both of you together working for quite some time on developing all this. So I think this is just the beginning right now for you both of where it's going to go. I'm looking at the time. I know we just have a few more minutes. Do you mind sharing about what your vision is? I was real excited to hear you have such a cool vision, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so one of our visions is for the year 2023. Cindy and I have plotted a route around the United States, throughout the United States. So far has 16 stops on it. And what we want to do is we want to get a sponsored RV and have it wrapped with the sponsors' logos. And we want to travel from senior community to senior community, giving our talks as far as fall prevention, body mechanics, just adaptive equipment in general, and take all of our little fun adaptive equipment with us in our RV and go from place to place and give those talks. And so that's kind of our, you know, and then document it along the way on social media. And it's on our dream board. So 2023. And we actually have a place on our website, you know, if people are interested, if sponsors are interested in finding a little bit more about it, then they can go to our website and look that up.
I think you're going to do it. I have no doubt in my mind, first of all.
We are gonna
And
do it.
second of all, I hope that people that are listening here, that they will follow you and tune into what you're doing. So whatever they can do, they're part of maybe helping support what's going on here, because, you know, we all know people all around the world, but all around the, you know, you probably in your travels that, you know, we know. So that is really awesome. Well, with that, Laura, do you have any other questions that you have?
Oh, I don't. Well, I'm excited about going on their website, looking at all this stuff in their YouTube. That's really exciting for me. And I just want to say, you know, a lot of our parents and, you know, like Debbie said, people with disabilities that have children and all that. This is just a great site, I think, for reference for everyone. And I encourage everyone to go on their site and to encourage them with their 2023
That's right. Our vision, our dream.
your dream. I'm excited to watch that. But yeah, no, that's all I have. Thank you so much. You actually made my day today.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate the
do.
time.
We are gonna know that you will both, you know, post stuff on our, you know, feel free on our Facebook group to post things, to share things to our community of people that we know, because, you know, we want to help you. And I know that that's going to help us as well to gain more followers, which is again going to help everybody. And, you know, we're going to go ahead and share this and stuff. And with that, we know that you have to prepare for something else you're doing. So we're going to give you a few minutes so that you're able to do that. We want to thank you again for taking time out, being with us, making it work for your schedule. And Laura, you want to close us out?
Sure. Everybody have a wonderful day. Keep a smile on your face and keep moving forward. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.